We're back. Defus, how's it going? Oh no, my chat overlay isn't working. Hold on. I gotta lock it in. Just gotta refresh it or something. Oh, there it is. I just had to make it a little bigger. There we go. It's interesting how it comes from the top down. I guess that makes sense. All right. Keep it at that for now. Defus, how's it going? As you can see, I did the chat thing that you suggested. It works lovely. I don't think you were able to tune into last stream, but last stream was great. It's when we first introduced this feature to the NSEC streams. It's been working great. I'm excited for another stream here. I'll switch over to we watched earlier. Awesome. Yeah, it was great to hear. And then I gotta increase this height. I guess it doesn't look that great when there's only a few chats, but let me make that a little smaller. Still figuring it out. Oh, there we go. My YouTube chat connected successfully. That's good. Let's throw a test message in here. Make sure that works. Test from YouTube. There we go. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. All right. We're off and running. Let's start these machines. Let's get it going here. Not going to waste any time. Part 4 of our... I guess I probably could have started both of them here. Oh, my face is blocking that. But part 4... I wonder if I can minimize this. Let me see if I can minimize the taskbar here. Let's see. If I can just fully view it or fully hide it. Guess not. Well, that's fine. No problemo at all. We're back over here. All right. Back for part 4. Good to be back. Today is going to be an exciting day because we are almost done with the configurations or the misconfigurations of our machines here. So I think, let me check my notes here. I was doing a lot of research out before the stream, and it looks like we're only a few changes away, and I missed a lot of things yesterday, but we're only a few changes away from being done with this box and then getting to test it. So I'm going to make those few changes today. It's going to be quite a short stream, unfortunately, but I like to keep them short, keep them watchable, and go from there. So we're going to log into the workstation. And if we recall, our first foothold that we want is LLMNR poisoning. And for LLMNR poisoning to work, we are to disable all the firewall stuff. So SMB and kind of general connections should be able to go outbound, but we need a trigger or some kind of, basically some kind of automation that makes sure these connections are constantly being sent out. So when we listen on responder, we can just grab them. You like long streams? I wish I could stream for longer, but I really only stream in my free time. And I try to find like 1 or 2 times a week to do that. And I don't have a lot of free time, unfortunately. So I wish I could stream more. And I guess I think the more I grow the stream, I think the more inclined and motivated I'll be to make longer streams. But I think for this particular series, I think it's better just short and sweet. Where were we? LLMNR poisoning. So we want a script to activate or to trigger the outbound connection. And we can do this a couple different ways, but if we just go into Larry's, I guess we haven't logged in as Larry yet. Let's do that. Log in as Larry. Sign out. And then reconnect. And hopefully I can just, it's auto logging me in as the administrator. It's kind of annoying. I don't know if there's a great way to get around that. Let's go into our settings here. Connections. Oh yeah, we can add a connection. RDP, Larry Lockstein with the password of 808 local boy. Students will not have access to this connection. Sure. Update. So now, if can I switch user from there? Or do I sign out again? Don't see LLMNR poisoning often CTF, although it's very common in real life. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm going for. So I don't know how easy it is to implement. I think it shouldn't be too bad, but we'll see if I get logged in. I wonder if I get to choose. Like, shoot, yeah, I guess not. We are learning core stack together. I should probably disable this one and this one. So I wonder if maybe I have to like reconnect. There we go. Yeah, that makes sense. So we're already peeing in as Larry. Okay. We'll let it update. So yeah, we'll log in as Larry, create his home directory and stuff like that. I guess we can also configure it here. But what we want to do, let's create a new text file and call it Larry update dot batch. I think we can do a batch file or like a PowerShell file. Let's start with PowerShell and see what happens. That's definitely not right. I think that's still a text file. The oldest trick in the book. View file extensions. Yep. Rename to PowerShell. And then edit that. Oh, it's going to open the frickin' IDE. I actually hate this. And we're going to paste in a quick while loop that I wrote. So basically what this is doing is every 60 seconds, we are making a connection request to a share that doesn't exist. So it's going to say, hey, go find this share. It doesn't exist. And that is what creates the authentication request. And that is what we're going to capture when we run a responder. And it's true. Yes, Stephens, you're right. It's only possible when you are on the same subnet. But since we're going to be VPN'd in, it doesn't really matter. It's like in this scenario, we are going to be on the same subnet. We're going to be on the same internal network. So there's no worries at all about networking or connections, stuff like that. And that actually does give me an idea for another CTF that I could make. And I don't know why, when I've been doing this process, I've been thinking a lot about like new ideas for CTFs, like things that I could make in the future. But doing something like this, something similar, but the perspective starts from external. So you start externally, you do some web hacking or something, and then you pivot to the internal network, and then you run responder and seeing if that can still work. I don't know like I think you have to use Nagolo or Legolo NG. I mixed up the letters there. Legolo NG for pivoting there to create the right tunnel that you need. Anyways, I'm off on a tangent. That doesn't matter. Let's go back. So this is our updater script. So we're gonna run a scheduled task that runs this on startup. And I hope that works. So we'll close out that. And I'll open PowerShell. And we need to create a scheduled tasks. Holy cow. I want like the syntax. Okay. Delete, change. So we're on / create. There we go. Okay. There's a lot of stuff here. Username, password. Because this is where we're going to put Larry's stuff because we want it to execute as Larry. Or maybe we just do RU and RP. Okay. Let's do this. Create task, and we're going to create the task name is going to be, we'll do like Larry update. And then the task path, I think is TR, right? By the looks of it, TR. Going to be C. Where should I store this file? I don't want it to be on the administrator's desktop. That doesn't make sense. Let's do it like C users, and probably just throw it in public, to be honest. Just like public documents. Why not? C users, I'll just throw it in public. So C users, and I might move that public Larry update.ps1. I think is what we named that file. I should probably remember that, but Larry update.ps1. Wait, did I mistype that? LAR update. Yep, that could have been catastrophic. Okay. Larry update.ps1. So we have our task name, the path to the task. We're going to schedule it to be on start because whenever a user starts up this machine, we want it to. Oh, I see the problem there. Let's just not do that. Yeah, I see our problem here. What if we throw it back up here? Top left. And I full screen, is it still? That's better. I don't know, it's not a great spot for it. Because, oh my gosh, I just took the whole thing out. If I throw it under the cam, it's a little weird because it's left aligned. So it's like, it's a little weird. I guess it's not that bad. Not great still. We'll throw it over here for now. Guess I can move chat around whenever. But that's a good call, Defus. I didn't even notice that. I'm typing away. That should be better for now, though, while we're in, yeah, better than text over text, yeah, 100%. 100%. So we're going to schedule it to be on start, because whenever a user or a player of the CTF starts the machine, we want this script to run. And then we're going to do RU and RP, which is the run as user. So we're going to do Larry Lockstein, which is our local user, and the password of 808 local boy. And run level, I think, is the last one here, if I saw correctly. Run level is going to be like the highest, because this is kind of just the same thing as the GUI. Okay, let's see if this works. The task is registered but may fail to start. Batch logon privilege needs to be enabled for the task principal. Okay. Let's see if there's a way to enable that. Have I heard of the regpone Windows Provesk? I'm assuming it's something to do with registry, but I don't know if I've specifically heard of regpone before. Probably should. You don't work in cybersec yet? How do you decide if something's realistic or not, considering HackSmarter is trying to focus on realism? That's a good question. I mean, I do work in cybersecurity, just not on the offensive side. But I guess my realism is, it's very much, I understand what's not realistic more so than what is realistic, if that makes sense. It's kind of backwards. So I understand when something is like super CTF-y, like this is never going to happen in real life. I understand that. So using that frame of mind, that context, I guess I can then decide what is realistic. So it's not a perfect system, but it's what will work. Days, months, idle time, task run, test name, run level. Press test registration fields. Batch logon privilege needs to be enabled. Let's Google this. This is a very, I think it's a, well, warning isn't bad. It's a new Provesk, I think around 1 week old for a lot of Windows versions, but it was patched last patch Tuesday. The disclosure is 1 week old and they use it for over a year on their engagements. Yeah, that sounds about right. Warning, scheduled task. Let's see. Oh, it's a policy thing. Okay. Local policies, user rights. Okay, that's no problem. No problem at all. I do recall having to do this for another one of my machines. User rights and batch. What was it? Log on as batch. Log on as a batch job. And then we're going to add Larry locks. Oh man. Go back to our settings. Grab our password. Paste. I think that worked. Oh, cannot be found. Did I spell it wrong? Larry Lockstein? Maybe it's because it's from, it's looking on the domain and it's not a domain user. Oh, well, actually, what we can do, this reminds me, one of the things we need to do is get Larry to have SeImpersonatePrivilege. And we can't just explicitly add that. We need to just add him to a group. So what we can do, and this is going to help this as well, if we go to users, this probably is not going to, no, that's not what we're looking for. We may just need to do this from command line. I wonder if there's, the GUI is so much easier, but we can do this from the command line. So if we do net user, we see we have Larry Lockstein. I did spell it right. And we see he is in the remote management users, which is good. And these, but we want to add him to a group that has SeImpersonatePrivilege. And one of those groups is like the service accounts. So I think I can just add him to the service account group to give him that permission. And then we can add that group to the batch job. So we solve both of our problems in one. So we can give him like local service. And of course, I'm forgetting the syntax. Add user to local group PowerShell. Let's see. Add local group member. I mean, it's really just self-explanatory. Really should have just locked that one down. But hey, it is what it is. What do I enjoy to pen test the most? It's a good question. I would say like right now it's probably Active Directory. Hence why I'm making an AD machine. But yeah, that's probably it. Probably just Active Directory because it is. I feel like there's so many different levels of complexity. Like this is an easy machine. This is kind of easy stuff, or it will be once we create it. But I mean, some of the hard hack the box machines are just insane. It's just so crazy the level of complexity that I can get up to that it's one of the most fun for me just because there's so many layers to it. There's so much stuff to learn. And it's kind of everything in pen testing. Like you can always learn more. But it's just AD is what's got my heart right now. Okay, I think local service is the right group. Let's see if this works. Group local service is not fine. Okay. How do I check my groups? It's not add, it's get local group. We're looking for let's see. I don't know actually. Out of all of these groups, maybe obviously I want to add them to the administrators. Maybe IIS? No, just web. Surprised there's no like okay, administrator printers. I feel like print operators is one I've seen before. Let's do some additional research. What Windows local groups have access to SeImpersonate? So again, we're just trying to query Microsoft for me. Administrator service, local service, network service. Oh, nice. That is something we can do. I feel like I'm just not seeing those groups, but that's okay. All right. Great. Larry has our SeImpersonate privilege, and then we're going to add this same group to our batch. Log on as batch job, add IS users. I think I actually have to take this away from, so instead of DUET.local, do enter your credentials for an account with permissions. So I guess we have to do like domain administrator. So we'll do the Billy Simpleton. I'm curious as to why it wants domain stuff here, because I guess it is impactful on the domain. But Billy Simpleton, and then I grab my password from over here. Okay. I guess it doesn't matter. I'll just do this. IS users cannot be found. Maybe I have to, oops, no, go to work01. That's what I'm looking for. Work01 IS users. The heck you mean it can't be found? Can I just add Larry? Or cancel Work01, Larry, Luxstein. There we go. Okay. There we go. Phew. This, for example, doesn't seem very realistic. Yeah, this is one where you're definitely correct. Having him as a service user is not realistic, but I like to think out of all the things on this box, this is the most unrealistic. And in reality, I can probably change it in a way that that makes it more realistic. So just, instead of him having SeImpersonate, he has any other of the powerful SE privileges, and the path stays the same. But I don't know. I guess I wanted to do a potato attack. Fortunately, I already ran it by Tyler. He's already has no problems with this, so fortunately we're in the clear here. But yeah, this definitely does not fly. Master of Bytes, appreciate the follow on YouTube. Thanks for tuning in. Okay, we have our batch job. Let's run our scheduled task again. We'll replace it. Boom. Okay, successfully created. So we have our scheduled task that's running every minute as Larry that will send out outbound connections to a share that doesn't exist. So we should be able to intercept it in responder. We also gave him SeImpersonatePrivilege, which again isn't as realistic as we'd hoped, but okay. And again, when we start testing this box, the beautiful thing about creating your own lab is you can kind of just change things as we go. So if we feel like, hey, this really ruins the box experience and really makes it unrealistic, we'll just change it. So that's kind of the beautiful thing about making our own box here. And we'll see how it goes from there. Let me just check in on my stream, make sure things are running smoothly. It looks like they are. That's always good. Have you checked to see if he even has SeImpersonate? Well, let's try that. Reconnect here. Okay, maybe I have to log out of this one first. Administrator, sign out. And then I guess I'll just log out, close this, and then cancel, go back here. And then we're going to connect to work01 as Larry. Uh-oh. Not a good sign. Remote desktop server is currently unreachable. If the problem persists, please notify your system administrator or check system logs. Let's see if we can reconnect. We cannot. Okay. It looks like we're going to have to do some troubleshooting here. Let me check to make sure I entered credentials correctly. Larry Lockstein. Let me make sure everything's correct there. Larry.Lockstein. 808 local boy. Maybe I have to go like that? I don't know. That looks right. Okay. What if we just like impersonate Larry? Like, I don't know how to describe it, but what if we, well, no, we have to already p in it as him anyways to get his folder to be created. Like, he's not here yet. So get local group get local group for, I think it's dash name Larry Lockstein. Let's see if he's actually in the groups. Or not get local group. Get local group member. What's a group? Get. Let me just net user Larry. So he's an IS users, remote management use. That doesn't look right. I feel like something happened here. Let's try to add him again. So let's get local groups. and then add local group member to the group of remote. Well, we want to WinRM in. Oh, maybe that's why. He's not an RDP. That was silly. Let's add him temporarily to RDP. And then we're going to add Larry Lockstein. Oh, what did I spell wrong? Parameter. Maybe it's dash member, actually, not dash name. There we go. So now he's an RDP user. And I'm also going to add him to, since it got cut off, I'm going to, you think that's normal? We'll add him again just in case. That better be safe than sorry. Okay, he's already a member. We're good. Okay, so now he should have, he's in remote desktop, this looks so weird. Remote management. And now we should be able to connect as Larry. Oh, look at that. Good troubleshooting from the boys here. Look at that. Very nice. All right. All right. So now we get WinRM access, not RDP, obviously, but RDP for the sake of creating his home folder. We get access, and now we need to check if he has SeImpersonate privilege. So I don't, if this loads, but we're making some good progress today, guys. Workstation 01 may be fully configured by the end of the stream. If guacamole can load. There we go. Get in WMI/all. And we do not have SeImpersonate. Boo. So we are part of the IIS users. We're part of the groups that we expect to be a part of. So I guess IIS just doesn't have the built-in privilege, which is fine. We'll just add them to another group. Okay, that's fine. Let's see what groups we have. Oh, yeah, you're banned, buddy. Hold on, watch this, see if somebody handle this guy. Hold on. Let me handle him. Hold on. Where's my modding? I gotta pop out. Gotta handle him. I guess I'm a streaming noob. I don't know how to ban this guy. Hold on. Oh, there's a moderation tab, I see. Hold on. We're actively working on it. Click the wheel. I think you're right. Settings. Mod management. I think I'm just stupid. I can pin the message and reply. Oh, no, you're so right. You're so right. Right underneath the chat, you're spitting. Okay. I can just type in the chat. I don't know why I was overthinking this. All right, handled business. Moving on. Okay. I forgot I could just type in the chat and ban him, but that works too. Anyways, in users, we have Larry, and we can probably throw a user flag in here, or maybe not, but let's get him into a group that will work. I don't know what to do because some of the groups, like, I wonder if I can add him to a domain group. Like, that kind of takes away the point of him being a local user. Windows Server local groups. Which Windows Server local groups have SeImpersonate by default? I probably should have just read this article instead of trusting Copilot. Blah, 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 blah. It's a COM server. Oh, wait, I can just do it through local security policy? Hold on. This could be a game changer. Local security policy, local policies, user rights, and impersonate a client after authentication. Well, well, well. Local service net. Why can't I add them to these groups? What the heck? Okay, we were on the right path here. We had the right thing. Why can't I add them to the group? Let's try again. Surely I'm misunderstanding. Local service. It's stupid to add a normal user to those groups. Yo, chill. You know what? I'm going off the rails. I'm going off the rails. I'm just gonna add them straight to this. Or, hold on, genius moment. I'm just gonna add this group. Oh man. Or I won't. Okay, apparently we can't add the IIS users. That's better than even trying to add them. Yeah, I think you're right. Again, we can revisit this at a later time. Okay, he's in the group, so I'm assuming we have to, let's see if we have to restart. Yeah, let's re-RDP in as Larry, get a new session. Or maybe I just have to, GP update. Updating our policy. Hopefully that aligns with our RDP session here. It did not. Maybe I'll just, I don't think I have perms for this. Yeah, probably have to log out, log in. Oh, I'm kind of shocked that I can GP update from Larry. That's kind of shocking, but very well. Still don't have it. Yeah, we'll just log out, log back in, and see what happens. Obviously, administrator has it. Let's just make sure. Yep, looks good. Reconnect. Let's see where we are. It's been 40 minutes, dang. Gonna have to cut this one shortly. All right. Let's see, what else do I have on my to-do list? We created the scheduled task for LLMNR, and we're giving Larry SeImpersonate. That's it. That's all I had on the to-do list for today. So we're going to get things done quickly. All right, who am I? We're on worker 1. Still doesn't have it. Maybe it just takes time to propagate. I think that's my only, like that has to be my guess. Like there's some, that's my assumption. It just takes time to propagate a little bit. Like reload. Impersonate. There, yeah, he's on there. He is on there. So yeah, I'll just log out of both. Try again. I've not tested LLMNR, to be honest. I'm probably just gonna wait until I finish all of the configuration first, and then actually I wonder if there's a log for it. There's probably a log for scheduled tasks, so we can see if it's firing. I guess that would be better than waiting until testing. Yeah, I think either next stream or the one after that is when we're actually going to start testing the box. So where do schedule? Well, actually, I can just open the GUI task scheduler. And then we go to Larry update, history. What is happening? It's frozen. Can you create snapshots of the VM working on it? I'm not sure. I think I can create images. So yeah, I guess I can create snapshots. But I mean, all of it auto saves through core stack, so okay. Let's see. Task registered. I don't think it's actually ran yet. I guess because I haven't turned off and turned on the computer. Enter account information for running this task. Oh. Let's see if we can run it. Okay, looks like it accepted. So properties, history. As long as it ran successfully. It's just updated. I'm not seeing any errors, so I guess that's a good thing. Actions. Start the task. I think this is okay. We're gonna start that program. Okay. So I think we're good here with this. And obviously, we're going to see when we actually test it. If it does work, I create a CTF box. I would try to make sure there's nothing left from creating testing the box. So I'll probably test and revert all the time. Oh, 100%. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to go through thoroughly and probably watch these streams back to make sure like I'm not missing any artifacts or anything. But for now, I think we're in a good spot here. So we configured Larry, hopefully, to work. We'll check again, but if this doesn't work, I'm assuming it's just gonna take time to propagate. So yeah, I was just gonna hope it takes time to propagate and it'll update after I turn off and turn on the machine. But that's gonna be it for today. Again, very quick stream, but we got two crucial parts done. We got LLMNR poisoning and the auto scripts to hopefully work, but implemented, and then SeImpersonate on Larry just by straight up giving him enter an admin. Well, what if is he considered an admin? Okay, thank goodness. I was gonna freak out. I'm glad we figured that one. Yeah, through local security policy, and there's probably a lot of other stuff we are gonna do through local security policy just to make sure like firewalls are disabled and things are things are working properly. Impersonate. He's on there. Okay. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, he should have it, and I don't know, maybe it's just because I need to restart the machine. We'll see. We'll see next stream, but something we'll check. But yeah, that'll be it for today. Where you do those CTFs, hack the box. So this is actually HackSmarter course stack. So HackSmarter's platform by Tyler Ransby. I'm sure you heard of him. But that's where we're creating the CTF. When's the next stream? That's a good question. Probably next week. Probably next week, either Wednesday or Thursday. Probably yeah, Wednesday or Thursday. But on my YouTube, I will be posting about it. So like on the little community page thing, I post at the start of the week when the streams are going to be. So yeah, that's going to be next stream. Tune in next week when we go to part 5. We are... You need to take more time for streaming? Hey, maybe. We'll see. We'll see if time opens up, but yeah, Snake C, it's going to be pen testing CTF. So hey, go and watch the previous streams. You'll learn a lot about what we've done thus far and what the plans are for the future. So yeah, that'll be it for today's stream. Tune in next week. Stay tuned on my YouTube. I'll post there when I'm streaming next. But yeah, thank you, Deep, as always, for all the help. Appreciate you very much. And I will see you guys next week.